Welcome to Your Time to Thrive with personal fitness coach Jason Stevenson.
Hi, friends. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the Your Time to Thrive podcast. It's great to be back with you guys. I know we missed last week. I'm sorry for that. Normal life stuff. I hope you've been having a great holiday season and that you're following along with what we're talking about. We're continuing our series, How You're Not Going to Survive the Holidays, because I know you don't want to just make it through this holiday season. I know you want to have a great holiday season, whatever you do and however you celebrate and with whomever you celebrate. But I want you to come out of it on the other side feeling connected to yourself and at least not feeling terrible from the holidays. So we're going to keep talking about that. I've got my amazing producer and good friend Ben with us today. We've got a couple different things to talk about on that front.
Yes, we do. How are you?
I'm all right, my man. How about yourself?
I'm great.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm doing really well this morning.
Good.
Cheers.
Right? So I got a quick question for you. It looks
7.
like you opt. Okay, sweet. It'll take longer than that anyway. So it looks like you opted for the haircut. I haven't seen you in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I went with the buzz cut. So I feel a little bad because I had a real haircut scheduled, and I love my the person that cuts my hair. It's a wonderful person, grew up with her. But with even being boosted and stuff with the news about Omicron and how scary all of that looks, I just decided no. No, I'm not taking any. Me personally, I'm not taking any unnecessary risks. Obviously, as you know, like last year, this was the time frame where my mom was on a ventilator and then eventually died on Christmas from COVID. So like, I'm not doing anything I don't have to do
Right.
at the moment. And yeah, so, and this is the only thing that Allie will do is a buzz cut, but it ended up looking pretty good.
It's sharp. I like it.
Yeah. I've
It's
had a hat
easy.
on all morning, so let me just I'll put the hat back on.
You can support local. Nothing wrong with that.
I should start supporting local businesses. Send me hats and I'll wear them during the streams with your stuff on it.
Sold. Get you a hat, man.
Or mugs.
Or mugs.
Hats or mugs.
It'd be like 1980s movies. All these like props are subtly from different businesses. You know, they got Pepsi and all kinds of, there they go. They got Pepsi cans and all kinds of movies back in the 80s to get us to start drinking Pepsi.
Back in the 80s, back in the 80s, they still do.
I know.
They still do product placement.
It's huge. But it started back then, right? Like that was in the movies was a big deal because it used to be like commercials and print ad and television ad, but it was a big deal for people to like pay to be in the movies. And now it's normal, right?
Yeah.
Like you see all kinds of like Pizza Hut, Domino's, that kind of stuff all the time, McDonald's, but they're paying for it. We're all paying for it, man. Well, I know that this is a tough time of year for you because of some of that history, man. How are you doing?
I'm how are you?
Yeah, fair, man. Holidays can be tough. It's not just the pressure of like holiday stuff or like worrying about workouts. Holidays have a lot of emotional baggage for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, it's a piece that we discount.
You know what I've been doing? This is like maybe a little bit off topic, but obviously like the weather hasn't been as great the last like month or so. It's been a lot colder, especially in the morning. Sometimes it's icy out. So like I haven't been going for those long walks every single day. And that was starting to get to me. And I've implemented something kind of silly, which is 2-song dance breaks. I need to every time I like need to get up and go do something, I give myself an extra 6 to 8 minutes. And I put on Spotify and I put on 2 songs and I start by like walking in place and doing like the side to sides and stuff. And then like I end up just dancing through the second song usually, and it's so much fun. And it, like it's sort of like an instant like 500 to 1,000 extra steps,
Yeah.
and in a couple minutes, and it's really nice, and it helped get my count back up, and it helped make me feel a little bit better, and it's legitimately exercise, so it's been nice, and I've been sleeping a little bit better, and I like it.
Ben, I love it, man. Let's put that out there as the fitness tip of the week, folks. Don't tell me you don't have time to dance every once in a while, right? Wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Yeah, exactly. My mom just chimed in and says, I love the 2-song dance break idea. Awesome. I love it. If you're getting up from your desk at work, you could probably get coworkers to join in.
Yeah, there you go. And where's the
for those that
my headphones are.
Work from home, you can just make any excuse to get up and dance. They've done studies about people that tend to fidget a lot, those that don't sit still at work. Even if you have a sedentary job where you spend a lot of your day sitting at a desk, they say that those people that, bounce their leg or fidget around and move a lot, just overall moving your body is good for you. And it actually burns the extra calories. You probably know somebody in your life that just can't sit still. And They're probably pretty lean, Anybody that can't sit still, like little kids and stuff, they're running around all the time. Same idea, folks. But this is something that you can apply to your normal life. And this time of the year, throw a Christmas song on. Benjamin is trying to find his marbles, folks.
I'm trying to find my headphones, and I can't, and I'm freaking out about it. I'm not freaking out.
Well, they couldn't have gone far from the computer. There we go. See? That's what happens when we get cordless. We get fancy cordless ones, and now we can't find them. I can always find mine. They're attached to the cord.
Did I give you those?
Yes.
I did?
Yes.
Oh, they're hideous.
Well, I'll put it on my Christmas wish list. If you want to buy me really fancy ones, you can help yourself.
There you go.
But you know what? I'm an old school guy. I like old school stuff. They still work. They go in my ears. I can talk through the microphone and everybody can listen.
Yeah, I need, but maybe I'll get you a better mic for Christmas. So anyway, yeah, 2-song dance breaks.
I love it.
What else? What is the theme of not surviving the holidays? By the way, you're doing an episode of a local chat show with a priest tomorrow, and that topic is also not surviving the holidays. Which is wonderful. Which is wonderful. So what's the specific thing this week?
Well, this is the next step, right? Because we talked about taking care of yourself, right? We talked about, focusing on just getting what you can get in. We can maintain some kind of habit through the holidays. We can focus on our water. We can focus on our sleep. This next piece is the one that is really, for me, the meaning of the holiday, and the part that we kind of get lost in the shuffle of the obligations. I have to go to these Christmas parties. I have to do Christmas cards. I have to buy gifts. This is about giving. And actually, it's about really how you're going to express your gratitude and how you're going to be a part of the holidays for other people. So my next step in how you're not going to survive the holidays is to actually spend some time, energy, and or money and give back. Give to people that aren't normally on your list, that aren't normally in your community or normally in your world. Those that are definitely in your community that might need a little bit of help. And it's honestly, part of the conversation came up from you and I talking about one of my favorite holiday movies, Scrooged. Because the greatest speech that Bill Murray ever gave, in my humble opinion, at the end of a movie like that, with a lot of passion. And if you haven't seen it, folks, jump up on YouTube and look up Scrooged final speech with Bill Murray. And literally what he says is that the miracle of Christmas is what you will experience when you give back, when you give to other people. And instead of thinking about what obligations we have and what we have to do for the holidays or what we're getting for gifts, or specifically what you're buying for close friends and family, what you're doing to help those that have less. Because if you have a roof, if you have people to buy for, if you have the time and the money to buy people gifts, or you have people to celebrate the holidays with, then you have a lot more than a lot of people do in this world. And it sucks. It sucks. It's awful. And
Absolutely.
I actually just heard a really crazy stat this morning, having a conversation about this with one of my clients, that 40% of charitable donations are done during the last 2 weeks of the year. That's crazy, right? Like 40% in 2 weeks. Now, that probably has a lot to do with fiscal lineups. You know, people are trying to get in their charitable donations before the end of the calendar year, or during this time of year, people are thinking about it. But the part that really struck me was, if that's the case, then those organizations that are local in your community, wherever you are, they count on those funds as well. If they're expecting that a large majority of their normal donations come in these next 2 weeks, like right now till Christmas, then those businesses, those companies, those individuals that help other people for a living, they're expecting that. They're looking for that. They're counting on your money. And I know it's been a crazy year, folks. And I know inflation is nuts. And I know that products are hard to get a hold of. But $5 goes a long way. $1 goes a long way. Any little bit that you can spare towards other people in your community that need it makes a big difference. And just like Bill Murray says at the end of the movie, if you really believe, if you believe in the miracle of Christmas, if you believe in it for whatever reason that you believe in it, then it is your right to share that. And the only way that you'll actually get to really, truly experience a beautiful holiday season is if you help somebody else feel better. Because it really is true. If you've ever done any volunteering, if you've ever done any work with disenfranchised people or with malnourished people, if you're working in communities and you're doing community outreach with families that have lost their homes, you know, somebody that had a fire burn their house down. If you've ever had an experience where you've helped somebody at a soup kitchen, where you've helped somebody, where you volunteered and you handed out blankets, or you went and helped other people, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It is so worth it. One of my favorite childhood memories from around the holidays, my parents used to help us realize these things. You know, it was important to them that we understood that we were lucky and privileged to have what we had, you know, and be grateful for that. But there's a lot of people that didn't. And one year we sponsored a family for Christmas. I don't know, because I was young, how we got connected with the family. Maybe Mom would chime in and help me with that real quick. But it's not really important where we got the connection from. I believe it was through church. But anyway, we sponsored the family. We met with them before the holidays, and then we went out to them during the holidays, and we brought gifts and food, and we celebrated with them. I have vivid memories. And I was little. I mean, we're talking like 7 or 8 years old probably. And I remember breakdancing on the living room floor with those kids because they were so excited. They were having a party and they were going to get to have Christmas because we were making it happen. And I know that I grew up technically white privileged. I grew up in a suburban area. I had 2 parents. I had a nice house. You know, we definitely did not have an affluent lifestyle. It wasn't like we were like golf club members. And I know that my parents worked very hard to give us what we did, but I'm very lucky to have what I have. And I saw that at a very young age. And to see the joy on that family's faces, and to see those kids so excited and the parents so excited that we were going to be able to help them have an amazing Christmas, I'll never forget that.
Your mom said that they had a fire at Thanksgiving and lost everything, and you heard about it on the news.
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
There
you go.
Whew. Yeah, it's giving is incredible. Like doing things that help others in general is always really wonderful. I've been very fortunate that a lot of the work that I've been able to do in the last 2 years, since the beginning of COVID, was and has been for nonprofits, like wonderful nonprofits, both in the like Health and Human Resources Center of like RI Elder Info,
Yeah.
which does amazing things for seniors, caregivers, professionals, veterans, the Alzheimer's Association, like the Brewers Guild. One of the cool things that we did was we did the Newport Craft Beer Festival virtually, and the week that it was supposed to happen, it was supposed to just be like the Newport Craft Beer Fest, and they were going to do it virtually, and we were going to have little beer tastings, and whatever was raised was going to go to the brewers individually and whatever. And that week, one of the breweries had somebody who got into a tragic accident. And all of the breweries like banded together, and it just became a fundraiser to help that one brewer.
Wow.
And that was a really special one. Obviously the Washington County Fair, which is fantastic because it itself is a nonprofit, but then it supports 26 nonprofits in the all in the agriculture and stuff like fields like that, the granges and whatnot, and the fire districts, and those have been what we got to do in 2020, and then obviously in 2021 telling their story. And we were like selling t-shirts so that they could split the money in 2020 and starting to tell their story. And then in 2021, when everybody got to come back in person and we got to tell their story, it resulted in like them having the best numbers and selling out in lines at the food booth and people giving extra donations on top of, I mean, it went from people going like, why is this corn dog $5 to here's a 20, keep the change.
Yeah.
We love what you guys do.
That stuff gets me every time, man. My God. The possibility for our race at this time in our lives as a civilization is frightening because we have such potential to be an amazing species to each other and have such humanity and empathy and love for each other. We just got to get together on all this. It's crazy.
By the way, Jay, this is the microphone you should get.
Okay.
It's the Audio Technica AT 2005.
Oh.
I put it in the chat in case your mom wanted to get it for you. I did. I even put her name on it.
Or anybody else listening.
Look, there it is. There it is.
Can I send you a list of stuff you plugged me for?
Yeah.
It's this, you know what? This is helpful, folks. Your close friends and family are the ones that know you the best.
It's a new mic. He'll never buy it for himself.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So are you ready for Christmas, Ben?
Yes.
Like, are you ready for the holidays?
Emotionally, financially, presents wise, what do you mean?
All of it. That's my blanket question for the next 2 weeks to ask everybody is, are you ready? Because it's different for everybody, right? Like you've got stuff you got to do, or you have things that you like to do, or there's traditions, or we do it different than we did last year, hopefully, right?
Hopefully. So everything is here.
Nice.
With the exception of like one or two little gifts. Everything is here, so that's good. I sort of did all my Christmas shopping in like a day and a half online. And also shopping locally. You can shop local online. You can go find people on that. You can go to Shop Local Rhode Island, and there's a bunch of great opportunities on there for people. So you can shop local. Everything doesn't have to be bought from Amazon to stay in the comfort of your own home.
Wait, what? Is that possible?
Yeah, it is. It's possible.
In today's day and age of technology.
Yes. Megan says, are we ever truly ready? Megan, I don't think so. So so like from a commercial point of view, sure, I'm ready to go for Christmas. From a like what are our plans point of view, I hope that we're ready. We have very solid plans that involve two very special family members that we have not seen in 2 years, or
Wow.
over 2 years, about 2 years. And hopefully that all checks out, because they are coming from the big city. So,
Nice.
terrified a little bit, but hopeful. Hopeful for that. Would love for nothing to change there with the plans that we have. Um
Fair.
I would love that. And but emotionally, I don't know yet. So I've decided to go hard into trying to enjoy the Christmas season and the holiday season in general. Thanksgiving was wonderful, uh, which was which I thought it would be tougher, and it wasn't, which is good. Uh, I don't know. I'm a little worried about how Christmas will hit me. Honestly, especially Christmas Eve. So there's plans for like everybody to do things on Christmas Eve, but I can't do any of them. They would have been like kind of rough anyway. I can't do any of them because I have 3 church services to do. So I will be here in my basement in my office in front of the computers, running 3 different Christmas church streams from 3 in the afternoon
Oh,
till 11:30 at night. Uh
that's so awesome, man.
yeah, right?
That's a lot right there. But can I just say that right there? I mean, Christmas service is like one of the 2 holidays that people go to church for, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna go to church, it's Christmas or Easter. But
Yep.
you get to bring church to people.
Absolutely.
Like you're gonna be part of so many different people's Christmas.
Yes, absolutely. And that's
Oh,
I mean, I don't think it's going to be harder. I literally did a Christmas morning service last year. Like
yeah.
nothing will be this is the most depressing episode I've ever been on. I'm so sorry. But like literally like last year it was like 11:30 on Christmas
Yeah.
Eve. I got the phone call that like I called to check one more time like how's she doing, and they were like, oh, it's no, it's I know that we said that it was looking hopeful, it's real bad. And I was like, cool, it's Christmas in 10 minutes. And then at 3 o'clock in the morning they called me and they were like, come down here.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't. uh and they were like, okay. And then at 6 o'clock in the morning they called back and they were like, you need to make a decision. And I was like, okay, cool, get me a doctor. And they were like, oh, the doctor's not in yet, we'll have the doctor call you. And I was like, hey, I have a 5-year-old
Yeah.
who's going to be opening presents in like an hour. Like this is the worst time for you to call me back with the like I've already like I just had to say goodbyes and stuff, and now
Yeah.
like you want me to call back in the middle of like Christmas morning, which like obviously like that's the most important thing, but also like I don't want to traumatize this 5-year-old.
Right.
Um and then they finally did get a doctor around 9 a.m. and then around 10 a.m. I had to do a church service. And it's not like anybody else could do it, and I tell that awful story to say that it meant a lot to me to know that if even one person was sitting at home on Christmas morning alone,
Yeah.
wishing that they could be at church, and they got to see their church, like
That's
that's that's that's really special. And we never know what other people are going through, right?
Mhm.
Like the people watching that church service did not know, like, oh, the person producing this has been saying goodbye to their mom for the last 2 hours. and trying to not cry in front of a 5-year-old who's very happy that he just got a Nintendo Switch and some coloring books. Like, they don't know that, and I don't know what they're going through.
Right.
But we all do our best for each other. And that's the and if I was able to give anybody comfort by being the facilitator of them getting to feel connected to their source on Christmas, on the holiest day of the year.
Yeah.
And if one person was felt better by watching that Christmas morning service, it was worth it. And it was worth it for me to do all of that. So, like, I think doing our best for each other is really the ultimate for Christmas. Yep. I agree.
Rocky.
I agree, Rocky.
I think doing our best for each other. It's exactly right. Doing our best for each other is really the ultimate for Christmas spirit. Thank you for chiming in, Rock. Yeah,
Anyway,
man, that's a gift.
That's where I'm at when you ask me if I'm ready for Christmas.
I wish I could give you a big hug, buddy.
Me too, but please don't.
We'll give you a virtual hug, man. What a gift that you have, though, man. What an opportunity. Because it really is. That's the point, right? Like, that you can be a part of somebody else's holiday. And you just touched on something that I want to bring up real quick, folks, because the point about charities is that everybody could use a little bit of help. So it's a smile. It's a happy holidays. It's a hold the door for somebody. I don't know if you've been out and about in your community, and if it's anything like ours, our community is a little crazy right now. People aren't stopping for stop signs or lights. They're just not holding doors. The people are so caught up in the chaos of this last year that it's almost like Christmas is like kind of a piece of it. Like, oh yeah, I got to do Christmas, but I don't have to really be nice to people. Because I don't know what you were like in your holidays celebrations growing up, but I remember people being like nice to each other around Christmas. You know,
Yes.
like, hey, Merry Christmas. Oh, I don't know who that is, but Merry Christmas to you too. You know, like you walk down the street and people are nice to each other. But think outside the box too. Like it's definitely like in our community, it's Johnny Cake Center and like the Goodwill, and we've got the animal shelter. You know, you have a lot of different
The warm
local,
center.
the warm shelter. Yeah, exactly. Warm center is huge. There's a lot of specifically local organizations that you should reach out to. Try to stay away from like the big name stuff because they do international and they do national, whereas you can really affect your community. But remember that the caregivers, our teachers, our nurses, our doctors, those people that have been there for you, the people at the grocery store that have been working this entire pandemic time period and have not had days off. Like, thank everybody for being a part of your world, because you never know what somebody's going through, like Ben said, and you never know how much of an impact you're going to make in somebody's day, because it's always the butterfly effect. We can impact one person. You can impact a whole lot more than that, because that one person is going to then impact other people because you made their day better or because you made their moment, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't take a lot. It just takes a little bit of thought and time.
Meg says you'd be surprised how much you can do non-financial to help someone. Listening, kindness, being there for someone can change someone's day or make someone pause.
Damn right. Good point too. It doesn't have to be money, right? It certainly helps to bring cash to the table. It certainly helps to donate clothes and blankets and things like that. Blankets and towels to the local animal shelters. But it only takes a warm smile. It only takes a friendly, happy holidays, or just a hi or a thank you or a hold the door for somebody to really just change it around for you. And the beautiful part about it, I'm a huge fan of the attitude of gratitude. It's the basis of for what we're talking about, but it comes back to you, and you don't do it so that you get it back, but it comes back. I promise. It's literally one of the only universal laws out there that actually is provable. Karma is true, folks, and you have a choice how you spread it this year. You can be part of somebody's amazing holiday, or not. Make a difference, right?
Absolutely.
Ben, I want to thank you because we haven't had a lot of heart-to-hearts recently, crazy work schedules in life. And I appreciate your vulnerability and your honesty on the show, man. Thank you so much. I do miss
Thank
you,
you.
man.
I miss you too.
And I wish I could give you a big hug.
Soon enough.
Yeah, I know.
Hopefully.
Not soon enough, though.
I know.
But just know that you are appreciated and that there are people that really are grateful for what you do. I'm
Thank
one
you.
of them.
Thank you. You
You're welcome.
and right back at you, my friend.
Thank you, buddy. Before we get too sappy, folks, that's about as much man love as we can handle on the show today. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Whether you're listening live or you're listening recorded, you're a big part of this and you make my day worthwhile. So thank you. If you ever have any questions related to your health and fitness, or if you've been listening to this show, you know you can ask anything you want. Shoot me a message, thrivetrainingteam.com. That's where you're going to find all of the access and social media links. Shoot me a message and ask what you need to. That's what we're here for. Other than that, folks, go out there and make it somebody's great day. Make it an amazing holiday for somebody else, and it'll be better for you. That's how you're going to make it through this holiday and feel amazing. Have a great and healthy day, folks. We'll talk to you soon.
For more information, tips, and workouts of the day, check out thrivetrainingteam.com.